Hello there, my name is Anthony Barocas from StreamTech. Keeping your cameras up to date is part of the job for a streaming and live recording professional because those updates can have firmware fixes, bug fixes, and also new features. Today, I'm going to be talking about taking your OBSBOT Tail 2 and keeping it up to date. Today's video is sponsored by OBSBOT, but hey, it's talking about how to keep your stuff up to date, so it's good advice nonetheless. I've got my Tail 2 right here, and remember, there's multiple ways you can connect to your Tail 2 camera. You may be connecting to your camera via the local area network, possibly using PoE, so you're going to have your Ethernet connection right here. Or you may be connecting to it via USB. And that's going to be right here. Remember, the USB connection is the top connection. If you want to connect to it via USB, don't use the bottom connection because that's just power. Or you could be connecting to it via Wi-Fi, in which case you've got no wires going to it. But if you're doing that, make sure the battery is at least 50% full because you don't want the camera dying, running out of power in the middle of an update. Now, there's multiple ways to update your camera. You could be using the software on a computer, which you can download from the OBSBOT Resources Center. And right there, there's your OBSBOT Tail 2. You can download the software and have it running on your computer if you're updating via USB. Alternatively, you can be using the app on iOS or Android to wirelessly connect to your device. Lastly, you can actually download the software directly, put it on a micro SD card, and put that into your camera as well. OBSBOT Center, formerly the webcam software, is available for Windows and Mac. I'm going to be using the Windows software. And the OBSBOT app is available for Android and iOS. Here you can see it says I've got a device 1 update right here at the top, and it's going to prompt me to download and click to update. You can see I've got it running off of a battery, and the battery status as indicated by the app is 92%. So I'm good to do an update on a battery. I don't have to plug it in. You can see right here, it's letting me know I have no SD card. So it's giving you automatic status. Because my phone is connected to the office network here, when I click the 3 dots, it brings up the menu. Again, it tells me my battery percentage. Scroll all the way to the bottom, go to About Device, and scroll to the bottom of this, you'll see it tells me again, there's an update available. And I can click on this to start the update. So there are multiple ways you can facilitate this update, whether it be through the computer software, over the network, or via your Android or iOS device wirelessly, or you could use USB, or you could use the SD card, download the software, put it on the SD card, and load it into the camera directly. I am actually going to use this, so we're going to click on this new version available. It's going to tell you what is available, and we're just going to say download and install. So it's going to download the software and then automatically install it. I'm going to rotate this so we can see that the lights are going to change as this is happening. As it's downloading, you can see I am at 38%. The camera is still operating normally. It's not actually loading the firmware into the camera just yet. After downloading, it's going to unpack the software and prepare it. The camera is starting the upgrade. Please do not turn it off. So now the app is disconnected from the camera, and the camera is going to begin the installation process automatically. So now you can see the status here. The status light is changing. It's beeping. And it's going to be very critical at this point to just leave the camera alone. Now, as I said before, we made sure that it is charged. So you can upgrade without it actually being plugged into AC. You just need to make sure it is very well charged. I would say not under 50%. Again, because you don't want the camera power dying while it's in the middle of writing new software to the camera. You're just going to wait this procedure out. It's going to take as long as it takes. Different software updates change different amounts of features and different amounts of software. So different software updates will take different lengths of time. There is no set time. It's never going to be just 1 minute and always 1 minute. It's going to vary. So you just need to let the process carry through. I should also mention that I do not have an SD card in the camera at the moment, so you can update without a micro SD card in the camera. I know some small cameras require an SD card to load the software into so that it can then be written. It needs the extra space. The Tail 2 does not require that the SD card be in the camera in order for you to be able to do the firmware update. Once it's done the firmware update, it's going to boot back up again. And then those 3 beeps means we have a happy camera. So let's dive back in and see what it says now. We're going to connect to the camera via my local network. It's already connected to my network, so I don't have to type in any of the information. Camera update successful. Firmware has been updated to 7.291. Done. And there we go. I have my camera, and you can see the live feed here. If I dive back into the settings, about the device, scroll all the way down, update, it will say up to date. So that's how you always can double check. If it says up to date in the software, you know you don't have to update it. There's also one last important note I want to put in here is that the updates from OBSBOT are ongoing for all of their products. If you want to find out what's going on, scroll to the bottom of the main page, all the way to the bottom, come down here to latest news, and you will find an update like OBSBOT Talent firmware update, the October firmware and software update, a letter to our OBSBOT Tail 2 users. So you click on that and it will tell you not just what they have solved, new features that have been added, like the night view mode, streaming mode, where it punches up the color a little bit because you're not going to go into post-production. It's live. Auto brightness compensation, one push white balance, AI gesture control that can be passed on to Unreal Engine, future firmware updates that they're working on, and various offers. These are available in the news section. So if you want to find out whether an update is going to help you and fix that thing that's been bugging you, or you want to find out what's going on with other products, the news area on the OBSBOT website is going to be your source for information. So I hope this video has helped you understand how easy it is to keep your OBSBOT gear up to date, fix those bugs, get new features, and find out what's going on. My name is Anthony Barocas for Stream Tech. Thanks for watching.